One day before the Kentucky Derby in 2022, this horse wasn't even in the race. 24 hours later, he shocked the world at 80 to 1 odds, pulling off one of the greatest upsets in history. The story starts in 2019 when Rich Strike is born from a legendary horse racing breeder. In his first race as a 2-year-old, he finishes in 10th place, which is not very impressive. So a month later, he gets put in a maiden claiming race at Churchill Downs. Basically, it's a race for horses that have never won before. But any horse in the race can be claimed afterwards. Rich Strike ends up destroying everyone, winning by 17 lengths. And that's when Eric Reed and Rick Dawson claim him for just $30,000. For context, Derby horses can cost millions of dollars, so this was a real long shot. Over the next year, Rich Strike ran some good races, but it wasn't enough for him to qualify for the Kentucky Derby. But he was placed on the also eligible list, which means you only have a chance to enter if someone drops out. And 24 hours before the Derby, a horse named Ethereal Road scratches, and Rich Strike takes their place. However, everything is stacked up against him. His jockey, Sonny Leon, had never raced in a Derby before, and their odds were 80 to 1. When the race started, Rich Strike was an afterthought, until the very last second when he blows past the 2 favorites and wins the Kentucky Derby. A horse that wasn't supposed to be there, ridden by a jockey with no Derby experience, trained by a guy who had never had a horse in a Derby before, made history as one of the greatest upsets in sports history. And if you would have bet $100 on Rich Strike to win, you would have walked away with $8,000.